Hi, my YouTubers. Glad you're back. I have my kitchen back on this side. I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to do the lamb meatballs again, but we're changing it. This time we're going to use beef, and I'm going to change the end sauce and the way we prepare them and eat them with some more tips. But I'm excited, and I love them in the lamb, so I think we're going to like them with the beef. Let me rinse my hands. Wait, first I want to show you before I even rinse my hands. I saved this for you. I'm using this today for the first time. Florida local grass-fed beef. I don't usually use grass-fed beef, but we'll see. Okay, so that I'm going to put in the sink. Let me rinse my hands. Okay. And as usual, most of this recipe is in your preparation. So to have everything ready, mise en place, I believe is the phrase, on the ready. It doesn't have a lot of ingredients. That's another thing I like about it. One thing I want to mention is it calls for half a cup of breadcrumbs. Let me not touch my face. I use both panko and seasoned because you see the big particles of the panko. I feel in my mind that that makes for more spacing in the meat to make it a little bit more tender, because I could see by sight this grass-fed beef looks a little bit more dense and there's less fat in the grass-fed, So I'm going to go ahead and add the oil as well. So it's half a cup of breadcrumbs seasoned, an egg. That's a 1 pound package. That's the other reason I use that. I'm getting familiar to use it because it's a perfect portion that is exactly 1 pound. Then we got a quarter cup of chopped parsley, fresh. Okay. Then we have a clove of garlic. Now that's another reason I show you my other recipe to make the garlic and make it into the puree. So when you need it, you just pull it out. Let me just get a spoon. Of course, on camera I'd have difficulty getting it off. Okay, see? Let's just get that all out. But there it is. I just want to show you. See? In there. And I use a lot of garlic in both the dressing as well as the recipe. So it's a really cool tip to have. You want to have that around because you don't want to be sitting there mincing garlic. It's one of my pet peeves. I don't like to mince garlic. That's good. I don't like to mince garlic. It's a pain in the neck. Okay, we have cumin, teaspoon of cumin, half a teaspoon of cumin. I'll put it all in directions. Everything will be precise. Turmeric, which I love in this. I think it's the turmeric in the combination of the cumin and a little bit, it's a quarter teaspoon, I believe, or half of chili powder. Okay. And it goes for a half a teaspoon of salt. We're going to eyeball my salt because it's low and we watch our salt here. You all know that. Okay. And we're going to give it a little twist of pepper. Okay. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I am going to add, let me get my tissues in here. It's clean tissues I keep. See? I don't like dirt on my fingers either. I'm going to rinse them once more after I put the oil. That's what I was going to say to you. I'm going to put, the other time I put 2 tablespoons in the lamb. Here I'm just going to add a little bit more than a teaspoon. A little bit more because I feel it doesn't have enough fat in the grass-fed beef. If you could see, when I start mixing it, I'll feel it, and you will too. It has that. And no rings. I keep this one. I've had it on my whole life. I never take that one off. It's just one. But you don't want to be having a mess of chopped meat on your jewelry. I suggest you take as many pieces of jewelry off as you can. And then you just mix this. Like I said, all the preparation. Oh, don't forget to put your ring back. Cameraman was doing the table for me today because we were without one for a while. And in order to put the contact paper on, this is fake contact wood paper, just not that you care to know, but I tell it all and share it all. And he was scraping his ring against it. I said, hey, don't scratch my contact paper before I even use it. Right, I think these are good. You don't want to overmix. That's another key factor of meatballs. It's very, and I want to make these cocktail size. I'm going to rinse my hands. I'm not going to hand roll them. I'm going to use my cookie measurement. You'll see. It's fast. It's easy. Okay. Please be with me now. Do you know where I put that? I believe, is it this one? Yes, it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. We have our oiled pan ready. Let's get that over here. Move that. Let's for purposes. And we're going to take the, excuse me one second, got a itch on my nose. We're going to take the scooper. I don't like the way that one came out. And we're just going to scoop into my hand and roll so that we get the perfect portion. See, you want these cocktail size, and I'll show you why when we finally plate and finish. It's going to take me a minute here. I'm going to have to roll fast. What story can I tell? What story can I tell? Last time they were delicious. They got a good receive. Everybody seemed to enjoy that video. So I'm hoping my meatball supporters come out for the beef and try it, because I'm a meatball freak. I love meatballs. I want to do next a pork meatball, a veal meatball. Veal by itself is delicious if you have the right combination of spices and whatnot. Okay. You know what? Yeah, it's not going to be long. Boy, this is where you got to, half the other half of the time, one half is prepping, and the other half is washing your hands for this recipe. It's hilarious. These are going to go into the oven. Now, we're going to make a quick sauce to go with it, and then I'll go off camera until the meatballs are ready. It's 1 cup of mayonnaise. Okay. And if you remember, or if you watched my video, I made this for another recipe, and it was absolutely delicious, and it was my first time making it, so I decided to try again. I think the flavors will work well in here. So that is a cup of mayo, 2 teaspoons of lemon zest. Okay, I'm not putting my hands in anything anymore, even though I am home in my own kitchen. Okay, we still have our garlic spoon, and like I said, this is wonderful. Please, I made a whole video on how to make garlic puree. It's so simple, but so effective when you have to cook. Who wants to sit there mincing garlic? And you see, I went through pretty much the whole container I had in my freezer. I freeze about 2 tablespoons in there. Okay, back to the recipe. Tablespoon of fresh dill. If you recall, I didn't have fresh dill when I made the tzatziki sauce, but I do today. I'm on point with that. And last but not least, a tablespoon of fresh lemon juice, some fresh black pepper. Let's put some of that in. Oh, my mouth is already going to start watering. And a little bit of salt. Not much at all, because the lemon's very heavy in there, and lemon is a substitute for salt. Okay, now we just mix and chill. By the time the meatballs are ready, this will be cold enough for us to do a taste, because this is my and Vincent's lunch. Just mix that very well. I like anything with lemon. Herbs, lemon. Okay, so we'll come back. That's the sauce. Lemon aioli with fresh dill. We'll come back when the meatballs are done, and I'll show you how we serve them and eat them. Okay, I'm back, and they're ready, and they look absolutely delicious. We're going to taste one. And you know I had to put them on their plate and present. So let's take this little guy here. I'm going to cut it. I'm going to taste it and give you some ideas. We like them just as cocktail, like we did the lamb. I'm not going to burn myself anymore on. They took a little longer. I'll put that in the description. You want them to reach an internal temperature of at least 160. Okay, let me just see. Okay, put the naan over here. Let me just get a little bit of this to dip, just to taste. This is nice and cold. And let's see if it tastes as good as the lamb. It's just every bit as good as the lamb. Every bit as good. Actually a little bit more moist even. I like it. I like it a lot. And I taste the lemon. I like the lemon in this with beef. Very, very good. The sauce goes with it well because of the lemon and the dill. I like it. One more bite. This is lunch. It's yummy. If you want it, I just got this. You can make yourself a little pita. Cut it up. Put them on there. Lettuce, tomato, cucumber, the meatballs, and a little of the lemon aioli. Well, I like to tear my bread and eat it up all discombobbled. And you all know we love to drink it and have some Josh Prosecco with it. For some reason, we started when we did the lamb meatballs, And now every time we have cocktail meatballs, we love our Josh because it's delicious. It's got a hint of sweetness for a Prosecco. Very, very slight. It's delicious. And my YouTubers, cheers. Man, that goes good with these meatballs. It just does. I hope you try it. I hope you like it. I'm going to put all the recipe ingredients and times and suggestions for you. I hope you make it, and I'll see you in the next one.